Thanks for joining me back on Grimmy Eat World. We're on my favorite meal of the week, Crumbl. This week was the controversial week with the Kardashians involved. A lot of people really did not appreciate that, but that's all right. I'm gonna enjoy my cookies either way. So this week, all of these look really good. This one is the Flourless cake, which was Kourtney's. We have a double chocolate chip cookie, which was just the chocolate chip cookie of the week. We have a cookie dough variation that I'm excited for. This was Kendall's cookie dough cupcake cookie. We have a Skillet cookie, which I'm always a fan of. The Skillet cookie is a cookies and cream Skillet cookie, and that's Khloe's. We have Kim's Snickerdoodle Crumb cake cookie. And we have Kris with the classic yellow layer cake. Pretty boring if you ask me. And we have Kylie, a pink sugar confetti cookie, which it seems somewhat like it might be a cross between the confetti cookie with the original pink icing. I'm not exactly sure if that's gonna be what it tastes like, but that's what it reminds me of. So I'm excited to try all of these. Maybe not so much the cake, but it's all gonna be good and I'm excited to do it. I don't care whose names are on it. I will forget all of them probably going through these. So let's get into it, starting with always the chocolate chip cookie. So we're doing forks this week, forks and spoons. Oh well. Huh. And finally, a warm cookie. I had enough going 8 a.m. and getting cold cookies. I guess I'll gladly take the spoon eating to cold. I may have to lower the mat temp for the future, but this is definitely good. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the difference is between the double chocolate chip cookie and the milk and the semi-sweet. I see there's salt on it. It seems like it's a semi-sweet chocolate chunk. Maybe there's just also milk chocolate. I did not do my research. I was pretty fed up with this week's reactions pretty quickly. I definitely wish I could have done some breakaways, but I finally got the warm, gooey cookie that I was looking for. That was a 9.4 cookie to me. It definitely wasn't holding its shape too well. But it was warm, it was gooey, it was delicious. All right. Moving on. I think I'm gonna have to hit the cookie dough next because I know that one is also giving some issues. So before it gets too much, I'm just gonna have to do it. I was gonna save this one till later because I know this one's gonna be really good, but it looks like now is the time. Here goes nothing. Mm. Mm. Definitely does capture the cookie dough vibes. And it being so melty and gooey like this, just add to the cookie dough. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, this one is good. This one's right up my alley. Whenever people say it's too sweet on the group boards, I know it's going to be a good cookie. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even sure why people who think things are too sweet even go to Crumbl. I guess there are cookies that aren't too sweet. Those are the ones I leave. Mm. Mm. That was a joke. I get all the cookies. I don't leave any of them. That would be rude. Mm. I will say this one's gonna be hard to beat, especially with it being overly warm and gooey. Like it just. Uh-oh. Mm. Mm. That one had the cookie dough on top yet. It being so melty just adds to it being a cookie dough cookie. Mm. And their cupcake cookies always, at least my stop, the cupcake cookies always come out baked perfectly, where they are kind of like doughy, which is like super good. Mm. 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 That one's gonna be hard to beat. I think this one is gonna be the one with the chance, but that's gonna be tough to beat. Mm. Okay, now I may be able to start picking them up again. All right, so this one's actually temped pretty nice. This one is Kim's Snickerdoodle Crumb Cake Cookie. Now it's definitely still warm and gooey, but I can actually hold this one a little bit. This one feels much more cakey. Mmm. Whoa. It's a very good Snickerdoodle. Mmm. Mmm. Crumbl has made me a believer in Snickerdoodle. Growing up, all I ever had was the hard cracker-like ones, and I just got over that very quickly. Cookies that are more like crackers just aren't fun. Mm. If I knew Snickerdoodles could be soft, moist, and delicious like this. Mm. The Snickerdoodle, I'm gonna give an 8.8. I think it could use a little bit more cream on it, on the top, a little bit more topping. I know I lost some, but it still feels a little thin. I'm not getting the icing flavor. There could be more. The crumb is nice. It's a very good Snickerdoodle. It has very good icing. The cinnamon and the crumb are coming through decently, but I think it just needs a little bit more push. Oops. That was good, but I think it could be elevated with some more of the icing and more of the crumb. All right, I think this one is going to be the other potential match for best cookie, aside from the cookie dough. This one, I don't think I'm going to do any type of breaking because of the way it is. Yeah, let's see what I can do. If I can get a good clean break up the middle. All right, good. I don't want to lose any of that. That's good. I'd almost call it more like a skillet brownie than a skillet cookie. We're going to spread that icing out a little bit because that definitely made a huge difference in enjoyability. Yeah, the cookies and cream topping definitely makes it. I guess much like with the other skillet cookie, the topping definitely makes the cookie. All right. I like the cookies and cream topping with the brownie. They go together very, very well. But definitely without it, it's just kind of just a brownie. But The combination is just spot on. I'm giving this a 9.1. I'm not sure exactly what it's missing. I think it could use a little bit more topping. I feel that way a lot. The brownie's good. I feel like it could be, I'm not sure. It just doesn't, it's not hitting the spot that I thought it would. It's still a 9.1. It's very good. I'm not exactly sure what I was expecting. Now, I forgot to rate the cookie dough cookie, which I'm going to rate a 9.8. It came out, it had full cookie dough vibes. The way it ended up on my plate brought out the cookie dough vibes even further. I'd had plenty of topping. The icing was on point. The cookie was on point. Like that was an incredible experience that they were shooting for, and they hit all the marks, really. Just the way I had it falling apart on the mat definitely took away from the pick up and eat it factor that it could have had. I was going to pick that up, but I don't think that's going to work, to be honest with you. Because I touched it and it just felt like it was about to fall apart. So we're going to just cut the cake. Now I'm not expecting too much out of this. Great. It's falling apart. Now I don't want to hold it up too long because it's definitely falling apart on me. That'll be enough. All right. Before I lose it all. Tastes exactly how I thought it would. Like a yellow cake with chocolate icing. Now I will say, like always, Crumbl does cakes very well. But it's just like, why go out of your way for a Crumbl cake like this when it can be gotten basically anywhere? It was good. Definitely good. Give it an 8.5. It's a very good cake. Especially as someone who doesn't really care about cake. .5 is pretty good for somebody who doesn't care about cake. I just don't think it's like super special. But that's often the case when it comes to cake from Crumbl. I know they make it well. It's always moist. The cake itself is as perfect as it's going to get. I get why the cake lovers love the cake. All right. We're about to move on to the controversial piece. The flourless cake. Now, I've seen a lot of bad reviews on the flourless cake. I'm gonna pour myself a bit more milk. All right. So flourless cake. It's gluten friendly because I guess they don't do the whole gluten free because of everything else having flour, but they probably do their best. I'm not going to try to get this out of here. There's already been too much mess. All right. So let's see here. Now it looks kind of fudgy. Yep, I was really hoping that one thing wouldn't happen. We'll see how it goes. It looks a little dry from where I'm sitting, but that might just be the way it looks. It's interesting. Very good with the raspberry. It tastes okay. I'm trying to describe the texture because it's kind of close to like brownie batter like, but it's really not. Yeah, I wouldn't call this great. This is like an unfortunate, I don't know, maybe 5.9. One of the worst ratings I've given anything from Crumbl. Let me get a shot with the raspberry. The raspberry does a lot. I like raspberries. And it adds some, I don't know, it adds something good to the flavor. But yeah, at a 5.9, it basically is like, it's not bad, but if there was any other options, I would not pick this. If this was all you had at your dessert table, I would eat it. But if you had a full dessert table full of anything else, all of the other things would get eaten before this. So you can rest assured knowing I would leave the saltines before eating this, but that might be about it. Now, I've had some pretty tasty gluten-free stuff. That wasn't one of them. It was okay. It wasn't distasteful. It just wasn't good either. All right. And finally, the chilled cookie. The confetti cake pink sugared frosted cookie. This one I can actually hold up. Well, we got one tonight. That was a good one. Basically what it tastes like to me. It tastes like the original pink sugar frosting on top of a confetti cake cookie. I actually think this is pretty good because when it comes to the pink icing, it always tastes like there's like a little faint hint of strawberry, and I think that's like perfect. Just a little hint, not this overpowering flavor. I could be wrong, I don't know what it is, but there's some flavor in the pink frosting that I like, that it's just a light flavor that's almost barely noticeable. But what I like about it is that frosting is on something that's not an almond cookie, because I don't think that's very good. It's not bad, it's just, I think the confetti cookie is better. It's a sugar cookie rather than an almond flour cookie. I'm gonna give this one an 8.8. It's a chilled cookie. It's a sugar cookie with a frosting on top that makes it better than just a standard basic sugar cookie. I know Crumbl always has a basic sugar cookie, so whenever they can do something a little spicy to it to add some flavor back to it, it's a thumbs up from me. I'm gonna take a minute to enjoy my last cookie. This cookie is also putting me over 17,000 calories for today. Hopefully in a couple hours, I can be prepared to do one final run for today. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stomach it or not, but I'm going to give it a shot, I think. Because right now I'm feeling okay. Well, that's that for Crumbl. This week was pretty good. All the cookies were phenomenal. The cakes, not as much. I would give this week 7.4. The cookies were super well liked and rated by me, but those cakes were, the one was not great at all. And the other one was just a very basic good. If these cakes didn't exist, it wouldn't bother me any. Which a lot of times is the case with things that aren't brownie. Like Crumbl does them very well, but if they weren't there, I wouldn't be unhappy either. They're an upcharge for something that's okay. Brownies are good. This was a good week, good cookies. Glad I got to try them. Hopefully next time I try the heating pad, a lower setting may help keep the cookies intact a little bit longer. Hopefully you join me for the final part of the cheat day, where it could get a little bit hairy whether or not things go down easy. Hopefully I'll see you there. Until then, what in the world will I eat next?